Hello, my name is Munir Ajam, and I am your Uruk coach. So let's talk in this demo video about the Uruk platform. We can start here with basically a very high-level overview of the platform. So when you log in, after you get your access and you log in, you will be seeing a screen like this. Now, obviously, in the future, this will look different because as we continue to add elements, they will show up here. Each box here is what we call an Uruk platform element. This is basically have the platform as the highest level, and then the platform will consist of many elements, and that's what we have built so far. I will be talking quickly about each one of them. While managing a program, I cannot talk about it yet because it's not active. It will be active in a few days, and at that time we will be doing a demo and to share that information. Now we have many videos on managing a project, so I will not be talking about it today in this video. I just want to briefly touch on these two areas here because we don't talk about them anywhere else. So let's talk about administrative. Administrative would be general things. For example, as you can see here, timesheet, team collaboration and communication register. This is general information that we might want to share in the organization where we want to keep for example, timesheets. Right? This is where team members can record their time on their projects, and basically in the future, it's not active yet. We plan to link this directly for task management. So as team member working on their task and record their time on their task, they automatically feed up to timesheets, so they don't have to do a double entry. Unfortunately, that feature is not there yet. So if you want to capture your team time, they have to come here and record their time. Their team collaboration, which is is basically the chat service, which you can also access from the top right corner here, as you can see. And in the chat service, you can chat with any user, obviously in this case, all user within your organization. This is internal to your organization. All the user will show up here, and you can chat with them. And if you have, for example, different people you want to put on different projects, you can create a new group. Basically, a group could be for a project or could be for sub-project, up to you how you use this feature. So that's there as well to enhance communication between team members using the group function or general chat with any member. And you can access this again from the community of practice or from the top menu. Other than the chat service and team collaboration, we have communication register. This is for any formal communication. For example, management might want to issue a memo for our project team member. This will be a place where they can record. So this is kind of a formal internal communication that could happen here. We will have something similar to this. We don't have it yet in the team management. So basically for on a given project, if you want to have any formal communication, for example, with the service provider or a contractor, you can do it from the platform as well. At this time, this is only internal and is not linked to a project. All right, that's basically we covered the administrative area. If we go into the community of practice, there are two areas over here. Collaboration, which is a discussion forum. And notice there is the community guideline here, basically to advise you that if you want to do something here, this is open to all. So all Uruk users anywhere in the world can see whatever you put here. You can, if you want to post a discussion, you can put a title, you can put a category, and at this time we have 4 categories and we can add as many as we need. Like for example, maybe you're posting, you want some input from people you've never met. Like what we do typically on a LinkedIn. Except in this case here, it's Uruk users only. Or you want to ask for help for something, or you want to share something yourself, or share tips and tricks, whatever the case might be. You can put a description, you put the category first, and then you can put description or basically your message, and you can write as much as you want. And you can also include an attachment if you want to. And with this team collaboration, you notice that you can also access it from the top from here, right? So we talk about that probably more than once. You will be able to access it from here. Then there is the knowledge portal, and the knowledge portal right now have different sections. The community library is the only section we don't control. This is basically open to all community members. Like the community forum is for you to add any files you would want to share openly, assuming they are non-confidential, right? We are not responsible for any information you put here that shouldn't belong here. You should monitor yourself as an organization, and any information you put here should be basically it goes in the public domain. So you shouldn't publish anything here like you wouldn't publish on LinkedIn. That's basically the rule here. Up to you though. What we recommend, you be very careful. There are other, and there are community guideline here, some information you can click on and you can read on your own. You don't need me to read it for you. And here we group things. We might restructure these groups a little bit, but basically if you go into any one, case studies right now doesn't have anything published in it. But for example, if you want to, this section here is for general project management information, but this is our perspective. For example, let me show you. There are many many documents here. You can click on them and read them. For example, this is, let me show you this one. I'm not going to open them. You can open, you can download. When does a project end? This is something it's important for us to define and to give you our perspective. When does a project end? Because it doesn't end with the close stage. If you would notice when we talk about, you will notice when we talk about the PLC, the project lifecycle, the close stage, we call it PLC closure. So that is where we are closing the lifecycle, but the project is not technically closed yet. What's the definition of a project? What's the definition of a program or the portfolio? What's the difference between captured lessons or lessons learned? The glossary of terms. We have some glossary of terms we publish. So then you have these things here available for you. So these are more of a project management knowledge, but they're our perspective. Now, and this one here include Uruk information and guidelines. In this case, we have only one document loaded up here. In the future, we actually these tutorial videos will be here once we upload them to the platform. Uruk support, or actually they will be here. The demo, they will be here. We have more guidelines specific, and the demo will be here as well. The tutorial, sorry. Case study we don't have. We have ebooks. I have published 17 ebooks. We are sharing these accessible for you here to read online for your use. So that is basically some of the general elements. I have two more topics to share before I close this video. The first one is basically if you want to edit your profile or your user locale. Here, top right corner, user locale is you define your own. Your administrator could have defined something for the whole organization, but let's say you want to have a preference. We're not too many options here, but basically down the road as we add languages, for example, you can define the language you want to see. How do you like to see the date format? How do you like, what is your currency? In this case, dollars. And time format, you want to see 24-hour format. And then how do you like your number? And the reason we put this, because obviously there is a different way of doing things from European to North American, for example. Internationally, in the US, they start typically with the month. So if I use, like for example, US Uruk default US, the date will be displayed like this. All right. You will be able to add things, and we will be able to also add things in the future, and you can select from them. And one more thing here is that basically you can have a user locale. We talk about user locale. You can also edit your profile, which is not much. If you want to change your picture, your name, your phone number, you can do so. You probably did not notice I'm changing now. This is, I moved to an admin account. And the reason I did that because I want to show you as an admin, you have a couple of other things. Remember here, basically for you could see only your profile and your local. However, an admin, you can edit your organization because you are the admin for the organization, so you can modify the information for the information, and you can set the workspace locale. Right? This is, so basically, like what you've seen for the individual, but this one, basically, if an organization have one standard locale, the admin can set it up for the whole organization, although individual can change it themselves if they want to. But this way, so not everybody have to do it. The admin can do it at one time. Now later on, we will be adding things here. At this time, it's not available. So let's not talk about them until they become available. And one more area here, if you notice on the left menu, you have other action. We will be splitting this, but at this time, if you look here, if you notice, you probably don't remember because we didn't look at it in detail, but this is the only area where we can see different things for the admin. And then basically what you have here is that a few things that only admin can access, which we will discuss in the next video.